Hello, all you beautiful souls out there. How you doing? I hope you're doing really good today. This is Loretta, Mother's Tarot, and CE5 Ambassador. Um, this video today is number 15 in the series "What Star Are We From?" You will find all of these in my playlist on my page under Star Lineage, under the tab Star Lineage. Okay, and this is really great because we've got uh, five, one, two, three, yeah, five new messages are coming out in this reading. So this card number 9, Balance, Arcturus Parallel. First message received from this card. We've got, let's see, number 72 here. Also, first time message coming through on this card, Spiritual Commitment, Vega Future. And then card 22, also first time message, Homesickness, Vega Past. And then card 59, also first time appearing here with the message for us. And then 50, which is, did I tell you this was, I'm sorry. This one here is Unfinished Business, Serious, Present. I'm sorry about that. There you go. Then we got this one here, Abandonment, Earth in the Past. And we have had this card. This is the second appearance. The message is coming for the second time. And then this is the third time this message has come through, the new paradigm, Andromeda Parallel. Yeah, it's very important. We are in a new paradigm. 57 here is the fourth message time the messages come through. Leap of Faith, Orion Present. Strong message here, Leap of Faith. And then card number 7. This is the fourth time. Wait a minute. Am I looking at the right one? Hold on. No, this is the unseen energy. I'm sorry. This one is the first time this message is coming out. Unconditional love, Arcturus Parallel. Wow, that's great. And once again, let me apologize for not being some kind of professional that knows how to edit, do videos, and make them look just so snazzy, because I'm not. And I've tried to do the editing, and, well, as you can see, it's not my forte. At least not yet. Maybe someday. Okay, now, and for those new to the channel, this is the Galactic Heritage Cards that we're using, and I'm going to read the narrative now. Welcome to everyone also. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. All right, here we go. What star are we from? Message from above. Galactic Heritage Cards are used to help us tap into our star lineage and karmic patterns, and also reveal lessons brought to Earth from the stars, and how these lessons can be used in our life on Earth now. A star lineage spread more accurately reflects what stellar influences are working with you now, in the moment you choose the cards. If you do readings often, the cards may change, but over time you will notice a pattern that keeps emerging if you are working with the cards in a sincere way. This is a fluid system without fixed positional meanings, because it represents the multidimensional and holographic nature of consciousness. Each card has a number, a civilization, a theme, and text that goes with it. The numbering order is based on the journey from unity to polarity, through integration and back to unity. We have 21 different species and 108 cards in this deck. 4 timeline suits, past, present, future, and parallel. The cards are numbered based on the journey from unity to polarity and back to unity, reflecting a universal theme that of a state of oneness, a fragmentation into individuality, and the process of integration back to the state of oneness. Thus, the cards in the lower numbers represent the earliest process of unity, fragmenting into individuality, and the star consciousness who guides us. Early to mid-range numbers represent the physical civilizations. The higher number cards are the reintegration cards, representing a movement of energy from unity to polarity and then to reintegration. Card numbers later in this deck represent the integrative processes of our star family as it moved towards unity. Parallel cards refer to a certain era of that civilization on that card, or on the card. Future cards are an era of mature civilizations where our extraterrestrial guidance mostly comes. These cards work with your intuition. So, listen and feel what resonates in in you as we receive the messages from each card. Okay, here we go. We are starting with card number 9, Balance, Arcturus. Now I should. There you go. I'll read that again. There's a picture. My camera's. Like I said, I'm not a professional, but I'm trying. There we go. Balance. Let's see what this is. This is brand new message for us. Oh, hold on. There we go. The Arcturus energy exists with its polarities totally balanced. Yeah. Because one polarity isn't stronger than the other. Its energy appears very gentle. But don't let the gentleness fool you. The power of its balanced energy can dramatically open your heart and mind when you connect with it. When you feel the need for balance, call on the Arcturus energy to guide you. Use the colors and pastel pink and pastel green to represent the energy and let it wash over your body. If you choose this card, the energy of Arcturus is calling to you. Open your heart and listen. Even though we are experiencing a reality of polarity as the theme for this journey, there are cosmic guides who still resonate with the frequency of balance and help remind us of our true state of existence. This is one of the primary roles of the Arcturus energy, because they have chosen not to incarnate into physicality in the same way the humans have. They have retained their original state of purity in which the natural poles are purely balanced. No matter how chaotic our reality becomes, internally or externally, the Arcturus energy is there as a stable, healing energy that we can access to help us remember our true state of being. If this card comes up in your reading, see it if it connects with other cards in the reading, and then trust your intuition as to how to apply the information. It could be that the card is pointing out your need to bring balance into your life in a certain area, or the card may actually be acknowledging your successful balance in an area of your life. If you look within and be really honest with yourself, with no self-judgment, you will know what the essence of the message is for you. The balance that this card emphasizes will be different for all. It may have to do with heart, mind, male, female, fear, love, or another aspect. Let the Arcturian guides assist you in deciphering the meaning and trust what you receive. Yeah, that's really nice. And while I was reading that, I'm receiving the message. They're reminding me to let you know that I had just I took a lot of my videos and put them in podcasts. So you can access all of these through the podcast under Star Lineage. So anyway, that surprised me. But I go where they lead me, you know. Yeah, they guide me, and okay. Yeah, and the thing is that my granddaughter, who's 29, and I just told her also that, and this was before I made the podcast, but it was yesterday, I think, and I told her, just in case, I mean, there's going to come a time where I'm going to pass on into the next realm. And at that time, I want her to take over my channel. And at the very least, if she doesn't want to continue on with it or whatever, at the very least, let everybody know. So, and also and then later, I did the podcast and I told her I did them. And she said that was just awesome. I don't think she's watched any of my videos, but I know she talks a whole lot about people she meets and lets them know that it's here. So the podcast I'm thinking it will probably, be what the younger people want. Yeah, she's one of the older millennials, I believe. But anyway, I just thought I'd let you know that. So we have podcasts now. I have podcasts. Okay. Our next one, number 72, spiritual commitment, vague of future. It's our next message here. Wow. And this is the first time we are receiving this message also. All right. Let me find it real quick. Here we go. In modern times, very often we only make a spiritual commitment when we are in pain. When the pain goes away, we become busy with the distractions of life and no longer remember our commitment. The Vegans never lost their spiritual commitments and wove them into their everyday lives in so many enriching ways. This card asks you to look honestly at your spiritual commitments. How can you strengthen them no matter whether you are feeling pain or joy? Go deep within and find the longing to be one with the universe. Remember that longing and your commitment can begin there. The text for this card acknowledges the immense self-discipline of the Vegan mystics of ancient times. Through their dedication and spiritual practices, they gave many gifts to their descendants, including the mystical schools of Earth. This card points to the truth that spiritual evolution cannot take place without a commitment. This may be a commitment to a specific practice, such as yoga or meditation, or it may mean a commitment to becoming the clearest and most balanced human being you can become and taking the actions needed to do so. If this card came up in your reading, take a look at the surrounding cards and your life circumstances for more clues. Most likely this card is reminding you to stay focused and committed on your spiritual path, even when it is not convenient or enjoyable to do so. Those are the times when growth is the most pronounced. Sometimes people don't know what kind of practice to commit to. Know that the type of practice is less important than simply making the commitment. As long as the practice isn't a combination, or as long as the practice isn't a comfortable distraction instead of a authentic path that helps you see yourself clearly. Taking this time to connect with your inner self through whatever practice suits you is one of the most important gifts you can give yourself and your planet. All right. Well, that makes me think of my practice. I've been pretty good sticking to it. Uh, well, I do my prayers twice a day. In the morning and night, I light a candle. I do the sage. I ring my little bowl, uh, and I say a short. Uh, and I do mine a little different than people. And oh my gosh, the Bible thumpers probably would have a field day with me. But I was just thinking the other day I might do a little video on my little prayer thing because I don't think anybody else is doing it. But anyway, I ask the light and love of the one infinite creator, and like a little prayer for uh, the universe there. And then I have the 21 angels related to the major arcanas that I call upon and ask, 4 different things pertaining to which one it is. So that's been good. And then I've gone back to basics on my meditation. I started out with this 20-minute meditation to remove negative energy, and clear all those yucky things that glom onto you. And it's like 20 minutes. So, and I percolate my coffee on the stove. So while my coffee's percolating, I'm sitting and meditating, and it's working. It's working good. I know when I've gotten too far away from it because my neck, muscles in my neck will knot up, and that's what had happened. So I had to get back to my meditation. So anyway, I'd share that with you. We're human. We all struggle with different things. Okay, we got next is number 22, homesickness, Vega past. Yeah, look at that. And this is the first time this message is coming through. Okay, 22. Let me know how you're doing with this. I know some of you let me know, and I really appreciate hearing from you. I love it when I get your comments on it. And thank you very much for that, too. Okay, number 22, homesickness. Here we go. The early Vegan mystics retained clear memory of the source from which they fragmented. But as eons passed, that memory faded and was replaced by a profound yet vague feeling of homesickness. One reason why they were so devoted to their spiritual practices was to recapture that feeling of being connected to the source. Even though they understood the reasons for physical existence, there was an underlying desire to return home. If you have this feeling, know that it is an ancient one. It requires you to embrace physical reality as it is before you can return home. This is an important lesson. So many people on Earth today have a feeling of homesickness, as if Earth isn't home and their true home is somewhere else. While it is easier to believe that this home is another star system with a better society, the underlying homesickness is much deeper than that. It is a longing for belonging and unity, a reflection of our true state of existence as one unified being in creation, looking through an infinite number of eyes. As humans, it can be hard to remember this true unified state, which exists simultaneously with the illusion of separation, while seeing all the hate and confusion on earth at this time. Trying to heal the feeling of homesickness by going somewhere else or living a different life is only a temporary fix. It never truly fills the emptiness. The only true home is inside of us, but for that is where the source of all creation lies. If you have these feelings in your life, it is strongly suggested you begin practicing silent meditation, where you can reconnect with this sacred source inside of you. Only then can you feel at home wherever you are. You know, when I was reading this, I was brought back to the memories of me as a child, before going to school. You know, my regular people will know, and they've heard about Dingleberry Land. And me referring to that, that's the time of my life between 1.5 and 17 years old. When I was very young there, it was a forest. I mean, it was like a shack in the forest. And so there were critters and there were animals. And so before I even went to school, I had this knowing that this wasn't my natural home. All I had to do was look around at the animals. None of them were sitting at a sewing machine or using a needle and thread to create their clothing to protect their bodies. In my childlike mind, this is how I saw it. And I could feel this. It's like the cord, that they talk about from our crown chakra that goes up to the heavens. I could feel that. I could feel the presence of the unseen guiding me and counseling me. And a lot of what I learned, people would question me later on, as I got older. And I would use the word osmosis. I learned it through osmosis. Well, I learned it from my guides, my angels, the star people, the ones that have always communicated with me. Anyway, I just, that's what came to mind, so I just share that with you. Okay, our next card is number 59. And this card, the message here is the first time we're getting it. Unfinished business, serious present. Look at that. Interesting art. It seriously is. This little character here looks like he's putting something in his mouth. Going to take a bite down, but not really, because that's the head right there, it looks like, with the little hair. So that must be the heart. Yeah, interesting art on here. I like it. I like it. Okay, card number 59. Okay, we'll get right to it. Oh, and before I forget, I better turn my phone off because I did not remember to do that. Okay, there you go. All right, I don't have to worry about that now. Okay, card number 59. Here we go. The ancient Syrian believed that they left some things unfinished. Mostly, this has to do with the evolution of the human race. Many of these ancient beings have incarnated as humans now in order to complete the task They feel they were left undone. Other serious beings are helping them. Other serious beings are helping from the unseen realms. If you feel that you have unfinished business in your life or a nagging feeling that you are supposed to do something, pay attention to what that is teaching you about self acceptance. The lesson is that you are complete in every moment. If you were supposed to do something, then it would be done. This card refers to a specific era in the Syrian civilization where they were working with the human species for the purposes of genetic enhancement and spiritual evolution. Galactic civilizations often have to think long term, and many of their projects took millennia to complete or are still being completed now in this time of transformation. Many humans on Earth were incarnated as these serious beings back in the ancient time, and they still carry this feeling of having unfinished business, a nagging feeling that there is something that needs completion. If this card came up in your reading, it may be referring to unfinished business from the ancient serious projects, or it might be a feeling of unfinished business from other lives, or even this life. Look to the surrounding cards for clues, but also really examine your life honestly. Is there something in this life that needs completion? If so, free up your energy by working towards that completion. If the sense of unfinished business is more subtle, go deep within for the answers. No matter what happens, know that when you follow the flow of life and meet all challenges with integrity, instead of running from them, any unfinished business that is carried has a tendency to resolve itself easily. It is only when there is resistance that we postpone the inevitable. Keep that in mind as you navigate this human life. Wow, that's heavy. Do you have any unfinished business? See, I was thinking, do I have unfinished business? Yeah, probably. Probably. At least on the personal level, you know. There are things I'd like to see, um, you know, to a positive conclusion, you know. There's at least one that comes to mind for me. How about you? Yeah. Okay, our next card here, our next message, I should say, is abandonment, earth, past. And this card, this is the second message, the second time this message is coming through. Okay. Now I will read. Okay, here we go. Did I hold it up? I think I did. Species often have karmic issues to clear as well as people. One of the main issues for humans to clear has to do with abandonment. When the ETs left Earth in the ancient days, the pain of that departure left humanity with scars of abandonment. Humanity felt as if it had no role models or parents to guide it. Along with that abandonment, we experience anger, sadness, and self-pity. But as we remember our place in the universe, these wounds can be healed. This card asks you to help humanity heal by remembering your universal connections and the fundamental truth: we are never alone. While on the surface level, this card refers to the time in Earth's past when our ET forefathers left the planet and we felt very alone. It also refers to a very deep issue that serves as a wound for all beings in creation. This wound is discussed in many esoteric text and is that of the original separation we experience from the source. In a sense, it is that which drives us towards reintegration and wholeness once again. Probably more than any card in this deck, this card has many layers to it, and you will need to truthfully look at your life and your challenges in order to understand the message it is bringing to you. If you are consciously aware of pain regarding abandonment as a human in this life, or fear of it, this card implores you to heal that wound. On a deeper level, the message of the card may have to do with this original wound of the separation from source, resulting in feelings of loneliness, disconnectedness, guilt, low self-worth, and so forth. Take some time to explore this idea and see where it leads. Look to the other cards in your spread for hints or further insight. Yeah, I think I shared with you the last time about this card with myself. How are you doing with abandonment feelings? Not all have them, I don't think, but I think there's a good deal of us humans that do on some level. Okay, our next card, number 6, carries the message coming forward 3 times now. This is the third time this message comes in. But this is real important because we are in a major paradigm shift right now. This is New Paradigm, Andromeda, Parallel Timeline. There you go. Number 6. Okay. Here we are. Every culture adheres to a specific paradigm of reality. Earth's paradigm has to do with polarity. The Andromedan paradigm is about experiencing the unexpected and being in a constant state of change. When we are in foreign terrain where we don't know the rules, we have to use our inner compasses to navigate. We all have one, but few know how to use it. This card tells you that change is coming, both to your planet and to your individual life. Learn now how to operate in a foreign paradigm by accessing that inner compass. Your evolution can be not only painless but joyful. That reminds me that a message came through today on exactly this. I did a Heart of the Matter video today, a reading, and the Heart of the Matter card, the first card, was big change is coming, or something. I don't remember the exact wording, but it was the change is coming. Things are changing. And anyway, it was interesting because what was revealed to me, well, I pulled like the third card, and then they told me this is about 0 point energy, the whole reading, and it was beautiful and uplifting and wonderful. So I'm sorry, I'll continue on. Once we have made progress in acknowledging and living as our true nature, a fluid state of integration and constant change and evolution, the natural result is the creation of a new paradigm. This is one of the reasons for turmoil on Earth now. The evolutionary directive for growth is conflicting with the habitual fears of change. That kind of conflict creates a circumstance in which it seems that nothing on a societal or planetary level can move forward. Progress becomes stuck. While this may be happening on Earth now, it may also be happening within you. When you stop resisting change and always seeking safety, you create a new paradigm, a new empowered paradigm through which you can live your life. This personal paradigm shift greatly affects the mass consciousness field of Earth and fosters a planetary paradigm shift as well. But first, you have to walk into the unknown with the only map that matters, the one that comes from within you. The Andromedan consciousness is always supporting you. Their energy gently guides and encourages a profound personal and planetary shift in consciousness based on the pure, fluid nature of consciousness itself. Oh, yeah, that's a great message. I was just thinking that'd be perfect for another project. Okay, now our next, this one here also, our next message, card 57, Leap of Faith. How many times is this? This is the fourth time we've receiving this message, because this is very important. Okay, there we go. Isn't that, look at that picture. This is so cool. Look at that picture. A leap of faith. You ever felt that way? You're just looking at it and looking at it and looking at it. You haven't stepped forward yet. Yeah. And then you step off. Because you got to take a leap of faith. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Number 57. For thousands of years, humans have been used to living with the mindset of polarity. We continually label things as good or bad. If we don't know how to label something, we feel confused or insecure. But now that it is time to integrate polarity and transform as a species, we must take a leap of faith, jumping off the cliff into the unknown, to a realm where labels like that don't exist. We must learn to simply be with things as they are without the addiction to labeling them. As we do this, our consciousness transforms and we heal, once and for all, the old wounds from our Aryan heritage. This card connects to an era of Aryan history when they were healing millennia of polarity, which is similar to what is happening on Earth today. When a species or a person lives in polarity for a long time, it becomes used to how a polarized reality looks and feels. Anything new is frightening, and the ego is frightened of the unknown. But if we don't walk into the unknown, we stay stuck. So it becomes essential that we take a leap of faith when we can't see our destination clearly. The Aryans had to do this in ancient times, and humanity will have to do it as well. Look at that. Okay. Unexpected and miraculous transformations that we cannot anticipate with the logical mind are possible. If this card comes up in your reading, take a look at the other cards to see if they illuminate the theme more clearly for you. Also, take a look at your life circumstances now. Do you need to trust more and take a leap of faith about something, even if you cannot see the outcome? If you feel deep within yourself and trust your intuition, you will always know when it is time to take that leap of faith. Sometimes fear can be used as a gauge. A high degree of fear about a leap of faith might be a sign that the leap is what needs to occur to move you to the next step in your evolution. Yeah, I've faced that many times. Okay, and our unseen energy, bottom of the deck card message, unconditional love. Card 7, Octorius Parallel. Isn't that interesting art? Yeah. All right, here we go. Now for the message. What is unconditional love? Human words cannot adequately define it, as it is true nature lies beyond human limitations. I'm going to interrupt here for a second. Have you ever looked in the dictionary for the definition of love? It just keeps going on and on. It's phenomenal. Okay, I'm sorry. Here we go again. However, imagine being seen by the universe for who you are, the darkness and the light, and being infinitely loved no matter what. The Arcturus energy is in total balance and loves and supports humanity in this way. It embraces our light and dark sides totally. Now it is time to ask yourself these questions. Am I capable of giving unconditional love? Am I capable of receiving it fully? If the answer is no, find out why not. Those answers will reveal your next spiritual lesson. The Arcturian consciousness is profoundly connected with Earth and has assisted in her development since the planet's inception. With the card deck now, the Arcturian consciousness represents another phase of fragmentation. Consciousness has not yet manifested as physical and still expresses itself in groups. But this fragmentation plays a very specific role for humans and other young planetary species who still struggle with polarity. This card specifically works with the issue of unconditional love. Ultimately, the universe loves itself unconditionally, but those words actually do not express the pure essence of the idea. Since you are part of the universe, it stands to reason that you, in your true state, love yourself unconditionally too. But once we incarnate as humans, we struggle with acceptance and or giving this love and instead close ourselves off not only from the universe, but from ourselves as well. If this card comes up in your reading, it is encouraging you to work with the idea of unconditional love, whether it is self love or self acceptance or loving others. This is one of those spiritual roadblocks in a sense. We cannot progress in our development if this issue is not addressed and healed. More than any other star energy, the Arcturus energy works with every single human being. Remember, we are all these stars, all these star energies. They are simply expressing aspects of ourselves within the hologram of creation. Yeah, that was heavy. All right. That love thing. I actually said those words out loud. It was probably 5, 6 months ago now. I actually said it 3 times to 3 different people that I actually love myself for the first time in my life. It's been a long process, you know, a long uh, journey getting here. But yeah, so, and it feels good when you can do that. So, anyway, that's what I hope this resonated and, um, helped somebody and benefited somebody. I know it helps me. I really hope it's helping you. You're finding something useful in here, informative, uplifting. That is my goal. So please take care of yourselves and meditate as much in whatever form you need, because meditation comes in a variety of forms. Ask the Google God. You should get some different ideas. You know, walking as an exercise is probably about the simplest form there is of meditation and the easiest to do. So, anyway, that's what I've got for you today. I hope you're having a great day. Continue to take care of yourselves. I love you, and thank you for being here. Really do appreciate it. Please click the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, if this is your first time. All right, I love y'all. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.